Is it working? I can't tell if it's working. I have lots of panels. It's been a while since I have done this. Is there anybody out there? Are we public? I can't tell. It says stream is healthy. It seems like there's a pretty long delay. Oh, concurrent viewers 1. Is that me? Is it just my own stream? It's just nobody's interested because I didn't announce this and it's a programming stream. Let me check on my phone to see if this is working. Do I show up if I search for myself? It says I'm live. Okay, I think I can see it. Alright, well. Is our preview live? I don't know. I think it's working. It seems like there's a little bit of a delay, which may make questions and answers fun, but it'll be what it is. So the goal for today, and I decided to do this as a stream just because I was bored, basically, is to write a little Fusion script that takes... No, we're going to write a Python script that takes the Fusion tool library and turns it into a correctly formatted SVG that we can upload to Arda to make Kanban cards. So Fusion tool library to Kanban cards is the goal. And I've lost my chat. There it is. I need to separate these windows out. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I don't know what that means. It says I have an error. I don't know what that means. So if anybody's here, tell me so I know I'm not just speaking to myself. But the goal is to go from Fusion tool library to Arda. And if we look at this, Arda, they can take an SVG. And Fusion, we can export a library as an SVG. So it's just a matter of making the two match. So let's find my smallest library, probably this one here. And we will export library as a CSV. Have I been saying SVG? I meant CSV. And I guess we'll just put that on my desktop. And so I've already downloaded the Arda template. And now, secret weapon, because I don't actually know how to do this, Chat GPT. Write a Python script that will turn my Fusion library CSV into one. Hi, late night machinist. Good luck. Thank you, because I don't know what I'm doing. If we're starting with ChatGPT, it's probably a bad sign. So write a Python script that will turn my Fusion library CSV into one for arda.cards using the using the attached formats. And we're just going to attach that and go find my library that I just put here. And guys, if this works, I'll make it public. Harrison was asking for it. I was going to do this later, but Harrison was wanting to know if it would work, so I decided to at least give it a test. So input, Fusion library, CSV, output, CSV for arda.cards. I don't know. Let's see how lucky we get on the first try here. Unable to display, that's fine. It's giving us a preview of that one. Coding really isn't that hard if you have ChatGPT to help you and you're trying to do something fairly simple. So while that's running, let's find... oh my gosh, what is the... Yeah, Visual Studio Code. That's what I use, right? So let's... create a new file here, and we'll save this. I guess on the server somewhere. Oh, why do I only have the video part of my server set up right now? My server's split into two separate sides. There's video, and then there's like backups. Hi, Alex. Yeah, I know. It's been a while since I've done a live. Backups, AJ, Python scripts. And this is Fusion Kanban generator. And this is Python. Okay. And now, hopefully, ChatGPT has made everything work. Where did ChatGPT go? Oh, all I have to do is download it. Let's see. Put all code in a code window, please. If Jacob's watching, he's going to be dying inside about how I'm doing this. So, all right, let's see what it's done here. Import some libraries. It makes a, what are these called? A function, fusion to Arda. There's some parameters. It does some things. Yeah, sure, that'll be safe to run. What could possibly go wrong? How does it know where the cards are? So I have to assign the path there. So let's change this. Oops, I lost chat. Come back, chat. Modify the code so that it prompts me for the input file with a GUI. Same with the save path. This is definitely something I've been wanting to do for a while because I want to do, there's a fly. I want to do Kanban cards for all of the subtract tool libraries, and it's just a lot to do manually. And Arda has this nice tool, so if we can use it, we might as well. And with ChatGPT, coding this stuff is super simple. He says confidently before it actually works, but we will find out if it does work here shortly. The other thing I need to do, speaking of programming, is finish up my probing macros for the Tormach. All right, let's see if we can run this. Will it just run? I think it tried. Do I need to save it first? I should hit save. Run Python file. Aha! All right, select the tool library. There's my tool library. Do you want to select an Arda? Sure. Okay, it's making me do this. And now I'm saving it. If it is this simple, I will be very happy. So there's the Arda import. Oh no. I forgot the tool library does this. It did not work the first try. Actually, it got pretty close. It imported every single... Well, we can open it up bigger here. It imported every single speeds and feeds as a separate tool. As a separate card, which is not what we want. Frogtown, you may just need to hit refresh, though telling you that When you say you don't have audio, it's probably not going to help. So we're closer here. I wonder if the notes will transfer right. Let's delete out most of this and upload it to Arda and see what happens. It'll be easy enough to correct it in a second, but let's make sure our format isn't completely wrong. So let's save this, use CSV format, and let's come back to Arda, bulk upload. It wants me to copy paste it, I guess. Paste CSV text there. I guess if I open the CSV in a notepad, edit a notepad, it's over here. Control A, Control C, Control V. What happens? Oh. They're going to email them to me. Okay. Let me pull up my email on a separate tab to make sure there's nothing where it shouldn't be. No customer information. So I'm off the screen now. I have a receipt. Is it in spam? Spam. Nope, not in spam. I did not think about this potentially being slow. Well, let's go back over here. And let's pull up that original the original CSV from Fusion. Where did that go? There we go. Let's open that and take a look at it. Is this the unmodified one? Yeah. So here's our problem, is it's got a million different columns. And we need to figure out how to deal with that. So Fusion views every preset as a separate tool. I guess we can just go by tool index. I'm also surprised this doesn't have URLs in it. I guess I just haven't filled those out. Some of my tool libraries definitely have that. But there's so many columns here, and so many of this are gibberish. Any advice for a pre-tool for lathe tools? I am the wrong person to ask about lathes. No, I don't know anything about lathes. But if we look at this, okay, we can just say each tool index should only have one card. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Looking at the Fusion files. Fusion creates many duplicate lines. Modify the code to only export one copy of each tool based on the tool. What does Fusion call it? The tool index. On the tool index value. So, is this vibe coding? Is that what people call this? I would call this, I don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully I can get there with ChatGPT in the end. It's amazing how much easier programming has gotten for this kind of stuff. Like, can you imagine if I was trying to do this without ChatGPT? One, it would take me forever. Two, I would never actually get there. Late Night Machinist, what do you mean by pre-tool? Ooh, pre-tool is awesome. Let me get this started here, and I will show you pre-tool. Pre-tool is a service that toolpath.com has offered. that allows you to build your speeds and feeds in your tool library. So if we look at my tool library here, let's go to swing non-ferrous. So like I have all of these different speeds and feeds presets inside my Fusion tool library. This was all done by Toolpath. So if you go to toolpath.com/pretool or something like that, it'll give you a tool to automatically do that. I'll show you in a second here. So let's try this. I hit save. We'll run this one more time. Fusion tool library. Now we need, where did we put that? Was it on downloads? Arda. And then export it to my desktop. We'll just overwrite it. Let's see how this one works. Nope, that was my tool library. That was the wrong one I opened. Okay, we're getting there. So we can see the tool numbers are iterating here. 100, 101, 102. It's appending this name to the end, the like adaptive rough thing, which I don't think I want. Was that like that in the tool library? Let's open this again. Okay, so it's appending the preset name somewhere here. So we want the description to be the description. And what's it called in the Arda table? Where's the Arda template? Oh, there's the Arda template. So the item name. So the item name should be the column labeled description. So back to ChatGPT. The item name should be the tool description. Just descript. I can't spell when I'm not live. And we'll do that. Here, while that's thinking, let's go to Toolpath here. This is free. You don't have to pay for this. Is it... Actually, here, we'll do pre-toolpath. There we go. pretool.toolpath.com. So you upload your tool library. We'll just upload the one that I was using. And so there is all of my tools. And right now I already have presets in here. But if I didn't have presets, I could press that button. I could choose which ones I wanted. And you can run it through multiple times to get like all three of them on there. You can tell it your max RPM and then just hit generate. And then you'll have all of your speeds and feeds filled out for all of your tools, which is a lifesaver. And I found those to be a little bit conservative, but like pretty good. So, did chat or did Arda ever give me my cards yet? Arda has not given me my cards. I used my Audacity Micro email, right? I wonder if it just like errored out. We'll investigate that shortly here. And I've already lost track. Did I copy paste my new code over yet? We'll just assume I haven't. So copy that. Save this. Run this. So tool library. Template. Which was in my downloads folder. This is where it's going. We'll put this on my desktop again. Why can't I? There's my desktop. And search over that. Okay. Go find our file. Let me make sure it opened the... Hey, okay, so the item name is correct. The notes is long, but everything should be there. We could get rid of the tool index and preset name. Actually, in the holder doesn't apply. We could get rid of a lot of this stuff. Let me go back to that Arda thing again. Do we have all of our columns correct? So item name, notes, SKU, supplier, location, minimum. Product URL, color coding. Okay, so none of that stuff's there yet. But it is in the right format, it appears. So let's go back to ChatGPT. And let's see if we can clean up that notes column. Let's clean up the notes column. It should only contain... And then what do we want it to contain? So we don't want the preset name. I mean, really, we don't need much in the notes. Is there a handy column we could steal for the notes? Like, is there something in the Fusion? Here, we'll pull up my library here. Is there an easy column where we could add notes? Description, vendor, product ID, product link. Comment. So should we make the notes the comment line? The comment column. And if we go back to this export, does it call it comment? Can we find comment? Tool block comment. Is that the right one? Oh, comment, tool comment. Okay, so that's what we want. And then let's go back and see what else we can clean up here. So the minimum and the order quantity are kind of a problem. Location is also a problem. So location, minimum, or an order quantity. Should we just leave those blank? My tabs are getting out of hands. If somebody wants to change this in the spreadsheet before uploading it, they could. That's my current theory, or that's my theory. Is there any other changes we want to make to this? And we could do stuff like have it choose generic pictures. I don't know if that's worth it or not. But we could do that. Like, we could just go find URLs online. But let's do this for now. Artist servers might be a little bit slow. Or it just never made it to me. Because I still haven't gotten that first iteration. Or maybe the CSV I uploaded was bad. I can always bug what's-his-face, Uriel, to explain why it didn't work. Okay, so we need the new code. Save this. Run this. Tool library. And then put this on the desktop. I wonder if the uploading the Excel file every time is doing anything. Because it should know. I'm checking to see if it's changing the columns at all. I might just tell it to stop asking for the template, because there's no reason for that. Let me shrink this down. All right, where's our new one? That's still not the new one. Okay, so all of that stuff is empty. No notes. This SKU, do we care about that? Is that for us, or is that for... Like, is that the product SKU for when you're buying the end mill? Or is that our SKU? Because if it's the tool number, that would be helpful. Oh, I do want the tool number in here. So, back to... So, prepend the tool number to the beginning of the description, and get rid of the prompt for a template. Just always use the correct template that was provided. Okay, we'll see what that does. Did I put in my right email address when I did this? Is that what happened? I'm pretty sure it auto-filled. Instructions. Be sure to fill in each row the correct information. Save your files in SVG. Copy paste it. Okay, nothing there. Close out everything I'm not using. My tabs are getting rather out of control here. New code. Copy paste. Run this. Tool library. Export. Yes, I want to replace it. Let's see what we look like. Okay, so we have our tool numbers there. Oh, we still have the SKUs what it was. Which maybe that's not a terrible default. So let's go back into the tool library here. Do I have like a vendor saved on any of these? Let's go to like our swing non-ferrous. Because I thought some of the... Okay, so these ones do have vendors. Let's try exporting this library. And we'll put that on the desktop. And let's see if everything else gets filled out. So come back, run this again. It's this one, the swing library. We want to stick it there. Open this up. And, okay, it didn't give us any of these. So let's go fix that. See you late night, Machinist. I'm glad someone was able to watch a little bit of this, even if it was awful. I know this is not peak entertainment here. I too was bored, which is why I decided to do it as a stream. So, okay, let's go back to this, and let's go open up the original library. So that's the library we were working with here. And that's the holder. Where is our vendor information? Can I control F, Harvey? Aha. Okay, so there's product ID. That should be the SKU. Let me shrink this down and open... where'd it go? That one back up. So... Gosh, I need all of the windows. Nope, not that one. I, of course, closed down the other one. So... use this column for the product link, and use that column for the SKU. Was there anything else in the... I need to just put that on the desktop so I don't keep losing it. Was there anything else in here? So there's supplier. What does Fusion have for supplier? It should just be vendor, right? There should be just a column that's labeled vendor. Let's go back to this one. If we do a Control F for vendor. Okay, yeah, right there. So vendor is Harvey. Use that for vendor. All right, any other columns we're missing? Image URL, we could do that, but it would be... I think that's beyond what we need to do right now. All right, let's just go with this. But we could just find a, like, ball mill images. And, like, we could just pull one of these images for... it's the wrong kind of ball mill. We could pull one of these images for each of the different types of tools if we wanted to. So they have a thumbprint on the tool that they use for their product photography. But I could just do copy image address. We'll work on that later. So, we need to pull up ChatGPT again. You think it's done? Looks kind of done. Copy code. Paste the code. Run the code. Tool library. Do I have specialty spelled wrong? Yeah. Where is that? Okay, so we have our product URL at least. Supplier. The SKU's right. We don't have anything in notes. We put the tool number at the front there. Location minimum, order quantity, that's easy enough to fill in spreadsheet form. Image URL and color coding we can do later if we so choose. But this here is the bulk of the problem solved. So let's try uploading this again. Bulk upload. I need to open with Notepad. Control A, Control C, Control V, next. That's me, AJ at Audacity Micro. Get my cards. And do you think these ones will work? Was it supposed to say, like, hey, we're working on it? Should I try one more time? Make Kanban cards. Bulk upload. Paste. Next. I guess we'll do my other email. Let's do... I don't know why it says I am not fidget things. Get my cards. Please wait. Okay, so I guess that is what it does. Are they like in Mechanical Turk phase where this is not automated? Let me open up my Gmail. It's not there yet. Well, that may be kind of the end of that. Is it in spam? Nope. So it's either slow or it doesn't work or we've done something wrong. But in theory, our little Python script works. So that's cool, I guess. But I don't know if Arda's working. I think that may be it for now. If this works, I'll do an Instagram post or something and get this out into the public. But I don't know. I have at least a semi-functional tool. If nothing else, we could probably use this to generate a PDF or something like that. But doing so is a little bit more of a thing. Airtable has some good like CSV to PDF tools. That wouldn't be too bad, but I don't really want to build that right now. I'm sure Google Docs could do it, but you'd have to kind of design it for all of this. And I was hoping to not design it and just have Arda do it for me. But today is not my day for that. So, goodbye, I guess. If anyone has any questions, I guess now's your chance. But I think this is it. YouTube is very not happy about my stream health. My internet's too slow, I guess. Hopefully this wasn't awful. Well, bye.